Hello, I hope that the sound is back up and working again. I won't mention again the main content of the videos in which the sound was taken away because I don't know why it was taken away, and I am very worried about it. It may be that those who have skills at lip reading can still tell accurately what I was talking about, but I won't talk about that at the moment. I'm hoping, as I say, that the sound is back up and running and to indeed maybe receive some volunteers to attend the Eventbrite event on Zoom with me on the 28th, Saturday the 28th. I've entitled it The World According to, for a lot of reasons, and to be quite honest, it is a bit of a joke because I certainly thought that Forrest Gump was the film I was referring to, not what I now find out is The World According to Garp, which I did know the title of, but which I'd attributed to the film Forrest Gump. But just to introduce the topic further, I seem to be being ignored on Facebook, and it may be that there is a collusion of some sort to either make me sort of determined to carry on and perhaps look like a clown or a fool, carrying on without having any backup, or it may be that the software isn't passing on my posts, but this is certainly an invitation to some extent for living Facebook friends to join me if they wish. There are only 8 places, but if they wish to join me for a discussion on Zoom, then that would be great. I want to talk partly as an introduction about how very puzzling Facebook is. Many of the people who still have profiles on Facebook are, to my knowledge, sadly, have died, and they still, a lot of them, have Facebook profiles. Some of the people who have died also, their profiles may have been continued by other people, maybe in homage to the people that were there in the first place, but it makes it very confusing. That happened to me particularly. I may be wrong about it, so I hope the man's not insulted. But I was friends with a very good photographer of butterflies. And he photographs, he did some absolutely excellent photographs, and it was obvious that they ought to have been included in BBC Wildlife magazine, at least. But I don't know whether he was getting any acclaim. There are several agencies that have taken over magazine subscriptions to such an extent that it's uncertain whether any of the normal magazine writers are getting paid and photographers are getting paid much at all, which is another reason why I have had to call the initial talk, the world, and maybe following talks and discussions between us, the world according to, because it's not clear whether many journalists are being paid to investigate. It's not clear whether any police are fully able to investigate situations. I don't know. I bought a Stormzy CD recently, and I am very impressed with it. I saw also a grey-haired black person on the bus today, and I was glad about that, because one of the songs on the Stormzy CD was making out that sadly a lot of, and it may be true across the world also, that a lot of black people don't make it to old age. In which case, and it may be well the case that they may step into each other's identity, partly as a homage to the person who has sadly died. Anyway, I hope that we may all be able to sort of confer in some discussions about the situation according to... I don't want to lecture particularly. I am interested in listening somewhat to what other people have to say about all this as well. Yes, I would be really grateful if some other people would be kind enough and interested enough, maybe, to join in a discussion with me about the situation.